Welcome to the Growing Athletes Podcast. I'm your host, Amy Suter. Join me on a journey to unlock potential, chase dreams, and lead authentically fulfilled lives. Together, we'll explore the powerful crossroads of sports, mindset, and personal growth. Prepare to become the next best version of you. I'm Amy Suter, and this is the Growing Athletes Podcast. There's a difference between our goals and our dream goals. Dream goals. The ones we don't really think we can accomplish. The ones that are so far out of reach that we don't feel any resistance claiming. Because although they would be amazing, they aren't for us. They're for those other people that are smarter, faster, live in that area, play for that team, are more talented, have more resources, better connections, those people. And of course, we don't say that out loud. We claim the dream as if it's what we're striving for. Yet, we don't actually believe that we can live into that dream. We don't actually believe it's possible. So we also set that realistic goal, the kind that everyone else around us believes we can achieve, the one they're achieving. And my question today is, why do we do this to ourselves? I saw a young kid today post on their sport bio that they were interested in different colleges. And you could clearly see where they thought they should go to school. This was a local junior college that was listed, and then their dream school, which was the university that won the national title the year before, aka the Outer Reach School. It's so interesting how we do this as athletes and as humans. We create ceilings, limits for ourselves. And too often, the original ceiling wasn't even created by us. It was created from our upbringing, the environment we hung out in, and even the events we experienced. What if this kid only listed their true dream school on that bio? The school who won the national championship last year. And even if they didn't yet believe that they could play there, they had enough courage to go for it, to only list the big school, their dream school, knowing that if that dream lived 100 stories above their current ceiling, that they were ready to do it. They're ready to do hard things, go for it, and bust through one ceiling at a time until they reach the 100th floor. Let's talk a bit more about this original ceiling creation, the floor we are starting on. I'm guessing a kid who was born into a family where both parents played sports professionally would probably have a different initial ceiling, be on a different floor, than the kid who was born into the family whose parents didn't have the opportunity to play sports. Let's make the assumption that both of these families are in the exact same financial situation, they live in the same neighborhood, so on and so forth. The first kid, whose parents both played professionally, probably is already on the 50th floor, for this category of playing sports anyways. Let's pretend that means the ceiling on the 50th floor is comfortably playing collegiately at a mid-level school. The reason I would think that is, like I said earlier, our ceilings are probably created by our upbringing, our environment, and the events we experienced. This kid probably grew up hearing stories about his parents' athletic experiences, and unconsciously visualized himself doing the same thing. They are probably raising him with the same values they learned while playing professionally. He's probably experienced an environment where the high-level athletics has been a cornerstone in his life for as long as he can remember. This high-level athletics thing is part of who he is. His comfort zone is the 50th floor. Now, let's look at the other kid, whose parents didn't have the opportunity to play sports. He didn't discover sports until they started playing at school in PE. He asked his parents to sign him up for a local youth sports program. They did, and he fell in love. He had heard that you could play sports in college, but he didn't know anyone who had done this, and he definitely hadn't seen it for himself. This kid was starting on the 10th floor for this category of playing sports. The thing about him was, he was courageous. He had experience trying new things, failing, continuing to do hard work, finding success, busting ceilings, and was always ready to do the floor-to-ceiling work again. He told his PE teacher when he was younger, a very long time ago, that he was going to play this sport in college, and he courageously went for it with no safety net, no realistic goal. The interesting thing about looking at these two athletes is that they may both end up in the same collegiate program. The difference is, one will know how to bust through ceilings at each story, where the other athlete who never left the 50th floor only knows that original ceiling exists. They never had the opportunity to bust through that ceiling to discover their next floor, their next level of possibility. Although both athletes will enter this collegiate program at the same skill level on the 50th floor, perhaps the ceiling buster holds the advantage because that athlete has done hard things, has busted through 40 ceilings one at a time, each time starting at that floor level. On the other hand, the athlete who knows their comfort zone, even though they're good, if they don't learn the process of moving from floor to ceiling, busting through and doing it again, they will most likely stay at that level of good and plateau as an athlete. Or worse, when I have seen time and time again, is when they get pushed, challenged to raise their ceiling, they don't know how and they quit. Now, regardless of what kid you are in this scenario, and whatever category of life you choose, athletics, school, social life, work, family, it never matters what floor you're on. It only matters that you can identify and chase dreams, many, many floors above where you currently are. And what's even more important is that you know the process of working from floor to ceiling on each floor, anticipating it will be full of hard lessons, along with the most exciting times of your life. And from this, you recognize early on that the joy is in the process, the journey, not necessarily the big dream, as you will soon discover that dream will keep growing, ceiling to ceiling as you grow. What we are left with is a life full of beautiful memories and amazing experiences along our journey. Stay present and enjoy the now. I know I can speak here from a parent and coach's point of view. It's so much easier to see the potential our kids and our athletes have than it ever was to see our own. And therefore, we do our darndest to create opportunities for our kids and athletes to chase their dreams. And what I would challenge all of us to do is also teach them how to dream big. Dream big outside what they even think is possible at this time. And then to cut off all other options, those realistic options, and courageously go for it. The hard will come at the bottom of every floor. Support them in this growth process of new, hard, uncomfortable things to the top of the ceiling when it begins to get easier, comfortable. And at times, they might need to be influenced, nudged, sometimes pushed through the ceiling to their next level. And remember, the best way for us to influence our kids, our athletes, is to role model. So it's never too late to dream big and go for those dreams yourself. Athletes out there, I've been you too. Surround yourself with the dreamers, the courageous ceiling busters. Remember, no one on a higher floor than you will ever discourage you. It's just those looking up at you from many ceilings below with jealousy in their eyes that might discourage your dreams. Be kind to everyone and continue to role model what courageous dream chasing, ceiling busting looks like. Let your parents, coaches, teachers, those who might see potential in you that you can't yet see, help you to identify that floor 1000 exists. It was never about what floor you started on, whether from floor 1 or from floor 999, just learn how to move. Move from floor to ceiling all the way to your 1000th floor. Now, I hope that athlete I saw who posted their college ambitions on their bio with their realistic goal of the junior college and their dream goal of the national championship school listens to this and removes the realistic goal, because what we courageously go for, we become. Now, get out there, lose those realistic goals, and courageously go for your highest ceiling. I am so grateful you chose to spend your time here with me today. Thank you. To learn more about growing athletes and to get access to today's show notes, visit me at amysuter.com. Always remember, both you and your athletes have everything you need inside of you to achieve anything you set your minds to. So go out there and pursue those dreams relentlessly. And keep in perspective, it's who you become on this journey that really matters, as our dreams will always expand at the exact same rate as our personal growth. I love you all, and I will talk to you next week.